All right, welcome back. Dan Haggerty here, about to go in depth. So the new legislative session is here. Of course, we've been reporting on that. Lawmakers have already started doing all the important things that we elected them to do and the important things we elected them to decide on. But of all of those important things, there's one important thing that may be the importantest thing. As you know, for the first time in many of our lives, abortion laws could change dramatically. One of the most contentious and deeply rooted disagreements in our history could be determined by the politicians we have in office right now, forced to balance our rights, freedom, faith, and science, blended in with our culture and personal experiences and circumstances. Though we knew that this was going to be part of this session. We knew it during the last election. Many of you even casting your vote purely on this issue. It's a debate that will help define our time, our little chapter of history. And I'm wondering, do you really think that one of the deciding factors for literal life and death legislation should be how long our lawmakers can hold their pee? Let's go in depth. All right, First, let's get on the same page here. How exactly could a potty break determine the future of abortion in North Carolina? I'll keep it brief here, or at least try. You see, when lawmakers vote, they need a certain percentage of the votes to pass stuff, right? You know that. But that percentage only pertains to the people who are actually there in the building to vote. And it's rare that everyone is there at once. But Dan, you ask, isn't the guy I voted for there all the time to vote? No, he's not. You see, lawmakers don't vote on everything. What I mean is, every lawmaker doesn't show up every single day. Most of them have day jobs. In fact, the state doesn't even consider them full-time employees. We pay them $14,000 a year, which is a different story altogether. But regardless, this workflow, work-life balance is well understood by our lawmakers, and why it's important to give a heads up before a big vote, unless you make a rule that says you don't have to. Last week, Republicans voted to allow the Speaker to call a vote at any time to overturn a veto without notice. So, theoretically, if Republicans pass a law to restrict abortion and the governor vetoes it, which we know he would do, they can call a vote to overturn that veto at any time, like any day a couple of Democrats can't be there, or even when a blocking vote gets up to go use the bathroom. Does this seem far-fetched? Am I reaching here? Is this a media mountain out of a molehill? Let's give you some context. Let's bring in our state government reporter, Travis Fain. Travis, thanks for being with us tonight. First of all, let's explain. We have seen this style of politics before on big issues recently in 2019. Can you refresh our memories?
Yeah, 2019, that's when a key Republican leader told reporters the day before September 11th that there wouldn't be any votes in the morning session the next day. And according to the Democratic leader at the time, told him the same thing. So Democrats thought they were safe, largely didn't attend. The Speaker of the House shows up, counts the votes on the floor, sees that Republicans have the numbers they need, brings up a veto override vote on the budget. Another example, when the state lottery passed in 2005, Democrats ran the General Assembly back then. The state Senate took the final vote to pass the lottery while two opponents were absent. One of them was on his honeymoon, and the lottery passed by one vote.
There are people who find this sort of thing extreme, like legislation through loopholes, using technicalities to subvert maybe a general understanding most people have of democracy. But this is politics, like it or not. These sorts of strategies are used all of the time. Can you just go into that a little bit and explain to some of the people who might be frustrated by these tactics that it really is part of our system?
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that's not standard, but it's not surprising. A lot of controversial votes. To give a kind of a lesser example, come late at night. A controversial bill might be added onto something else that's less controversial, that's also further along in the process, so that steps can be skipped, debate can be lessened. People may remember in 2013, Republicans here in North Carolina tacked abortion restrictions into a bill that prior to that had just dealt with motorcycle safety. Sometimes stuff gets put into the state budget, big multi-million-dollar local projects to entice lawmakers to vote for the budget at large. Other bills get held hostage. You don't pass my bills, I won't pass yours. This legislative process, it runs on rules, and there are certainly lawmakers who understand those rules quite well and use them to pass what they want.
Yeah. They know how to bend them, they know how to break them, they know how to do all the anything that they have to get what they want to accomplish. Travis, thank you so much, as always. Everybody out there, please keep an eye on Travis's articles on WRAL.com. He's really tapped in, and we'll keep checking in with you on this, Travis. And also, let me know what you think about all of this. There I am, looking like an anchor man. Email me at dan@WRAL.com. What questions do you have about any of this? Give me your opinion as well, and we will go in depth.